You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, let me fix my camera here. It's Jonathan Rose and welcome. Gotta fix my camera again. It's Jonathan Rose and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. I get on here every single day the market's open, 11 o'clock Eastern, to go, wow, there's a lot of T's in Natty Gas. Get on here every day at 11 o'clock Eastern to go over the market, share my thoughts, share some trade ideas. Every single trade that we've shared since starting mastersinTrading.com/live. If you go to the website, mastersinTrading.com/live, underneath you can see the active promotional portfolio. So every single trade that we've shared during these live free broadcasts, underneath on mastersinTrading.com/live, you can see the entire portfolio. We believe in transparency and we want to prove it to you. We want to prove everything that it's above board. Okay, 4 topics today. We have 1, Natty Gas with a lot of T's. 2, Natty Gas, it's moving because artificial intelligence. Let me show you why. I want to talk about our Discord community. We have 3 really good questions that I think other traders can benefit from, and there is some gargantuan Ethereum news that's going to get this thing back on the upward trend. So let's go to the screens. Got a lot to cover today. Natty Gas with a lot of T's. I did that because I'm going to be giving you the tea. That's what the kids like to say when they have some good information to share. So I'm going to be sharing the tea. If I can get my pen to work, there we go. All right, here is Natty Gas. Okay, I'm sharing the tea. Natty Gas going back to 2006. Volatile, very, very, very volatile, right? Lately, it's just been getting worked. It's gotten lower, 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 lower. We have 2020, COVID, Natty Gas went a little bit crazy, came right back down. Very, very, very depressed. Lately, there has been an extremely strong move. Why is natural gas making an extremely strong move? Well, rumors abound that natural gas is skyrocketing due to energy demand. AI and data centers are driving massive increases in energy consumption. Preferred energy source. Natural gas is favored for its cost effectiveness and lower emissions compared to coal. You'll also notice that solar is increasing as well. It's kind of the same kind of argument that we saw in FSLR that went from 150 to 280. Reliable power supply. The growth of data centers increases the need for natural gas. So as we see AI explode, data centers are exploding. Natural gas is now starting to see a very, very powerful move. Cost-effective natural gas remains an economical choice for powering large-scale AI infrastructure, and then boosted investment. Rising AI-related demand will spur investments in natural gas extraction and infrastructure. So in trading, we're looking for big thematic reasons to invest in certain sectors. So right now, especially seeing how far natural gas has fallen and how volatile natural gas is, we probably want to look for a prudent opportunity to get long natural gas. So this is Natty Gas futures. Now, I don't want you to trade Natty Gas futures. We're just using this as a proxy to look at natural gas. What are these? This is implied volatility. This is way, way more volatile than this. Okay, when it spikes up here, that's way, way more volatile. Right now, as natural gas moves, notice how volatility is increasing as well. So the best trade for this kind of approach, or when we see this kind of idea, is a divergence trade. Why? Well, we know that natty gas is going higher, right? So what we want to do is we want to find other companies that are influenced, and these are all different companies, by the price of natural gas, because these guys are going to be going higher as well and following the price of natty gas. So let's look at a couple of different divergences. The first one that we're going to walk through is EQT against LNG, two huge natural gas producers, two different companies. But what I want you to see is they are moving with the price of natural gas. How do we trade these? Well, look what EQT did here in 2022. LNG did nothing. LNG eventually caught up. EQT eventually sold off. This, my friends, is a divergence. We have a little divergence here, a little divergence here, but it looked like EQT is selling off. Here's another one. SRE, Sempra Energy. Long-term members will notice SRE. We had a banger of a trade back in 2016. We won't talk about that now, though. So we have SRE and NFG. Again, two correlated natural gas companies. We are looking for this. We are looking for that breakdown in correlation. That breakdown comes there, and you can make money on both sides of the trade. Always want to buy what's cheap and sell what's expensive. And that's how we trade divergences. Let's talk about the community. One of the coolest things about what we're doing at Masters in Trading is we have a really, really cool community. And the community, every morning, people come in and say, good morning, good morning, good morning. What are we looking at today? We talk shop and try to grow our trading accounts. Keep it simple. It's not that complicated. So let's go over a couple of questions. And I grabbed these questions all from the last 2 days. So, Jonathan, I have enjoyed your wonderful advance notice because doing options on my own has not been a pleasant experience. It's not a pleasant experience for anybody. Doing anything on your own. Find a community. Having been burned a bunch, I get it, man. I'm trying to find the nerve to buy and hold a few of your recommendations. If my purchase pops 10 or 22% in a few days, I sell out. FOMO, fear of missing out. How do I develop the patience to wait for your signals? Well, how do you develop patience? Patience equals trust. Over time, the longer that you're in the community, the more you'll understand the rhythm and the flow of these trades, and you'll also get more confidence. Many of our trades are buying an option for, say, 80 cents, as an example. Okay, it's $80 of risk. Sometimes we trade options that are $1.20. It's $120 of risk. Now, what helps me hold things for a long time is if I have a trade, buy one for 80 cents, I know that if shit hits the fan, worst case scenario, if I'm dead wrong, the most I can lose is $80. That gives me confidence to hold. Also, it's easier if instead of buying two options, instead of buying one option, you buy two. Therefore, when the options go to $1.60, you could sell one, and now you're holding the trade for no cost because you're making back that originally 80 cents, and then you have zero risk. So that's also a great position management technique, is you want to make back your principal and then you want to be super patient. So great question. Keith here. Keith's been with me since 2016, 2017. Talking about position management. I shared this because it's important. I have learned that managing your position is just as important as which trade you enter. Okay? I also learned not to trade too much and focus more on my existing positions. Everyone trades too much. Slow down. Manage your positions. When I first started, I was definitely trading too much. In all the content that we share with new members, I go over it so many times. Join, spend 2 weeks, spend 4 weeks, get familiar with the room, get familiar with the approach, get familiar with your risk. FOMO, fear of missing out, is something that's in a trader's head. It's not real. The market's not going anywhere. We need to learn in order to earn. Finally, Elizabeth, when looking at open interest, how do I know if a trade was initiated as a buy or a sell? So, for example, Bumble is showing 42.5 open interest. How do I know if the initial trade, and how does the market maker cover that buy or sell? So right now, it's very difficult to look at open interest and then to interpret if it was a buy or sell. But what we do is when the trade is made, as soon as the trade is made, if somebody buys 1,000 of the 10 strike calls, okay, and those 10 calls, let's say the market was 50-cent bid at 75 cents offer. Okay. Ask. Well, if somebody comes in and buys 1,000, the market's going to be 75 bid at $1 or at 95 cents because they just bought 1,000 of them. When they buy 1,000, all the market makers who sold them are going to be short what's called deltas. Because they're short deltas, they're forced to buy the stock, so the stock is going to go higher. So if you see a huge call buy, big call buy, and you see it right here, and say it was done at 10:01, and then at 10:03 the market is way up here, you know those calls were bought because the market makers were caught short and had to turn around and buy. Now you may have to go over that section again. That gets slightly complicated, but I promise you, the juice is certainly worth the squeeze. We have a blockchain alpha room, a Discord room. We had some major news about Ethereum. And here's the news. Every single week, we have a video update for blockchain. We go over the market, share different trades. Matt here posted this morning or 2 nights ago, pardon me. SEC closes Ethereum investigation. They are not going to go after consensus. This is major news. We are extremely bullish Ethereum. We want to stay long Ethereum. I mean, it really is, guys. But we're right here. This is gargantuan news for all Ethereum holders. We are Ethereum maxis, so we will stay long Ethereum. And when these news trickles out, a lot of times these coins are just waiting for the SEC to get out of the way so they can continue trading higher. In the next portion of this video, everybody who joined our All Access program, if you're not part of the All Access program, I'm going to leave the number on your screen. You can call. We have our customer service waiting by. I met with these guys last week. They know everything about our advance notice and All Access service. So give them a call. You can learn more. In the All Access portion of this video, we are going to talk about an actionable natty gas trade for our divergence community. All right, guys, see you in a bit.